Alright, so this is going to be a quick video on a 2001 Hyundai, 2011 Hyundai, excuse me, Elantra. And this little wheel, it's under $10, but you're getting charged $175 for 3 hours of work. So you have to take off the steering column and remove some things. So let's go down here, let's turn some lights on, and one of the cables that you're going to have to remove is this one in the back, this one right here. You don't have to remove this one, and this one right here. Once you have those removed, you're going to need, which is right here, let me get them laid out. So 14 to 12. My 10 and a T30. Flatheads and a Phillips screwdriver. These are the tools that you're going to need. You really don't need this right here. You just need a 10, T30, 12, 14, the driver, again, whichever preference, Phillips, and a flathead. And there are some videos that they have you removing all of this, taking everything apart, and again, all you have to do is just remove certain things. If you go down here, let's see if I can get it. You're going to see 10 millimeters, one over here, and somewhere in the back on this side over here there is a 14 millimeter, and if you stick your hand up in there, you'll be able to see it a little bit clearer. Let's see if I can show it here. I'm gonna try to bring it, but I'm blind. But there you go. There's that 14 millimeter pin that I'm talking about, up there, and you remove that right there, and that pin removes. You don't have to disconnect any of the shaft linkage or anything. If you want, these are the ones that you're going to have to disconnect here. As you remove this part right here, there's two 12 millimeter bolts. This whole steering column can come right off, and you can set it to the side, and you're going to be dealing with the half shaft right here and this little motor piece. Be gentle, because this piece controls a lot of the situations. There's a lot of sensors that controls everything, and this modular controls the electric steering system, and this will give you this free play right here. If not, some people will have this click 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 sound because of this right here. There's another video, and hope the other device recorded it properly, but I'm just here for technical services right now. One of the wires, and you have to be very gentle when you pull. Because one of the wires back here came off the pin, and client didn't have electric assist mode. Okay, so now the client has electric assist, and the clicking is gone. So what you're hearing right now clicking, it's a inner tire rod on the outside. Here, you're not hearing in the column anymore, or you're not hearing it down over here. Again, it's 3 hours worth of labor. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give this a 4 for a novice or a newbie, and it downgrades to skill level number 1 for professionals. So again, professional will get this done under an hour. Troubleshooting and everything else, under an hour. Again, this piece is stuck right underneath right here, and it meshes in between. There's like 4 prongs that go this way and 4 that comes up this way in the metal, and they kind of twist and lock in between, and this is basically stuck in the middle, almost like a shock absorber, so that way you don't have that hard feeling. And they should have made this a little bit better, polyurethane, or I may even CC machine some of these out of an aluminum, something a little bit softer, but still hard enough. As you can see, this is a serviceable part, and this is going to be every 60,000 miles or higher than that. You're going to have this problem with every Hyundai. And sorry, you guys can see that. Let's see if we can focus. It's again 2001, and you already know who the manufacturer is. And this is an Elantra. So again, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Sorry for the shitty shot, let me say it like that, because again, I'm using my phone and the device that I was trying to use to record this yesterday when I put all of this in. Decided to record but not save the data for some reason. The new Galaxy A7 tab is having glitches, so I'm reverting back to my old phones to record things. So hopefully this records. And again, if you want to take this apart, disconnect all your wires, and you're going to see the main wires leading. You don't have to touch any of these wires right here. Like I said, the two back here, number one and number two, leave this one in. You don't have to touch this one, and you don't have to touch this one, because if you see the routing, it comes up to this one right here and it goes all the way back. Okay, so these are the ones that you have to disconnect, is up here, and this little one right here with the pink wire that you see. So be careful with the wires, because again, they're very frail, and you see how paper thin they are. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. See if the camera can fix it in. Let me turn this light off. You see how thin they are. So be very gentle and very careful when you take these things off. There's a ground wire over here. Make sure you connect that ground wire back. Again, it's all 10 millimeters, so double check everything. If you're scared about airbags being deployed and all of that while you have your battery connected, well, disconnect the battery, the negative cable, and put it aside. Wait 20 minutes and come back, and you can mess around with this if you are panicking that your airbags will be deployed. I'm not worried about it, because again, I can tell the computer to turn the airbag systems off and play around with whatever I need to do, even though I don't have to touch it. There's going to be some screws. If you turn the wheel, you're going to see that little thing right there, and this is the cover, and you're going to see one screw, two screws, so you're going to have to play with that. And there's another screw down there, and this sits underneath. To take this top cover off, just press gently right here and pop up. You may need something to stick in between, so you can use a plastic pry bar or one of the little small screwdrivers. We're talking about like a number 1 or 0. Stick it in there and just slowly, gently pop up, and all of this will disconnect, and all of this will be able to do this. Same way you take it out, you start bottom panel and work your way up. I've seen videos where guys start from the top and then start working their way down. Remove all these panels so that way all of this can come free, because look at the lip. It does come well within the bottom leg panel or the foot panel, so you don't want to be wrestling with that. These are the little tricks and tips that I can give people. Again, the other video that I hopefully it recorded on the other device, but for some reason that Samsung is acting up. It's one of the new 2021 Samsung A7 Galaxy tabs, and right now my review on it is under, and I don't know if it's because of the SD card that I have in there that is probably garbage, or the device itself is garbage. But that's a review that I'm going to do in another video. Again, this is a 2011 Hyundai Elantra. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Leave a comment down below. If you want to subscribe, there's going to be a link, 1 or 2. I really don't care if you subscribe or if you like it or dislike it. If you like it, kudos. I hope it brings knowledge and it helps others replace a $10 item versus, spending so much money on a technician to come out and do this that you can do under an hour. Like I said, a skill level for a newbie is 4, and this is for any DIY person out there. For professionals, it's going to be a skill level number 1. And again, just be very gentle with these wires over here on this side. So remember, disconnecting 1 and the last 2 in the back, the one up on top, and you can start pulling apart. Well, besides disconnecting all these wires up here, which is common sense, but I have to make sure I have to say that because someone would say, you forgot to tell me we had to disconnect these wires up here in the steering wheel. Well, if we got to lower the steering wheel, and I'm telling you that this separates, once you remove these 2 10mm bolts, you don't have to even remove that pin. Remove those 2 10mm bolts, make sure your wheels and steering wheel is straight, and you can pull this whole entire unit, airbags, assembly, everything all out, and it comes out separately. Which will leave the half shaft right here and this bottom unit with the electronic sys mode. So when you put it in the back, get some grease, stick it up inside there, and make things a little bit smoother. You can put the pin back in there, which is, again, that pin in the back is 14mm. These right here are going to be 12mm, and then the outer unit cover, which is the metal plate that you see right there on the ground, is going to be 10mm, and then everything else is Phillips. Again, any questions, leave me a comment down below. I try to answer it. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. Dislike, whatever it is. I'm just here to spread a little bit of knowledge to help you save a little bit of money. So this is, I guess, video number 3 or video number 4 from the other device, but this one hopefully is recording. So again, you don't have to remove all of this right here. So make sure you don't remove none of that. All you're doing is removing the bottom and your steering wheel cover. That's it. For the other gentleman who removed all of this and all of that out the way, that's overworking yourself. Simple, quick, and easy. I guess that's all I can say. This is Mike with Pacific Tech Mobile Service, and again, if you guys any questions, leave a comment down below. I'm out here in the northern and greater Sacramento area, and what do you call it? Hopefully you guys enjoy your Christmas and New Year's, and hopefully this helps anybody.